In our plugin, we fetch data from the Buzzport API. Inside of this data, we have the URL of an image. Each created node uses that URL, and we can use it directly to show the images, but we cannot optimize the load, neither the use. To optimize these images, we have to use a remote file. To create this kind of node, we should use the Gatsby source file system plugin. First, install that through npm inside our plugin. Then we just open our Gatsby node file and we require the Gatsby source file system plugin, importing the create remote file node method. Now we will use another API from Gatsby, in this case the method onCreateNode. We define this as an async function that receives the node that is just created, the actions, create node ID, and getGetChain method. First, we check if the node corresponds to the type of the podcast episode. If that is true, we create a new file node using the create remote file node method that receives as parameters some of the Gatsby methods, also the URL of our image. Finally, if the creation of the file node was successful, we create a new attribute inside the node that we just call remote image, allowing Gatsby to infer a connection between this field and the node. Now we can use our plugin in our site and do some transformation in build time. To do that, we just cd into our site and install the required plugins, in this case, Gatsby plugin sharp and Gatsby transformer sharp. We include that inside our Gatsby config file. And now we can just execute and visit the GraphQL playground. And we can see that there is a new field in the query called child image sharp inside the remote image that we just created. In summary, we used the onCreate method from the Gatsby API to create a new file type node to represent the remote file. This new node is associated with the original node that allows us to do optimizations on the images when executing the queries by using the plugins plugin sharp and transformer sharp.